Hi guys, Chris and Boomer here live in the ZL1 Camaro in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Yep, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, okay. And we got a couple things for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out in the ZL1 Camaro. We're going to show you some of the drive mode stuff in here, and then we're going to hop over to Subaru because it's last day on the Subaru S209. You've only got about 10 hours left.
That's right. So a special request, the driving modes of the Camaro ZL1. There are several of them. Boomer, why don't you take it?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get her started up. There we go. All right. Now there. Oh yeah, it's one of the best sounding exhausts out there. It's kind of right up there with the GT350 and the GT500. Now let's see, everything is turned on in here for some reason. Turn that off.
There we go. So I want to mention everybody's 720 horsepower on this car.
Yeah, 720 horse, 730 torque. This car has been warmed over by Lingenfelter. Of course, it's 640 stock, 720 now. You got new injectors, you got new pulleys, you got a tune, you got new plugs, a couple other things in there that bumped this car just under 100 horsepower. So really cool stuff. Now, go ahead.
I'm going to say, same engine that's in the Cadillac CTS-V we're giving
Yes,
away.
it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, LT4 motor, great motor. Makes tons of horsepower, makes tons of torque. Can't beat it. And in this ZL1 1LE track pack car, you get a lot out of this motor. You really do. Of course, this is a 6-speed manual transmission. And then a couple of the other neat things in here is there is a full color heads-up display in this car. It's really hard to see. I don't know if PJ can get that in there and you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. It's right there. Full color heads-up display. Really neat. It's all adjustable. Really cool stuff. All right, so drive modes. So this car comes with 4 drive modes. So basically, we'll start here. It has a snow and ice mode. Why does this car have a snow and ice mode?
Because we're in Florida.
I have no earthly idea why this has a snow and ice mode. It really, I don't know. But it does. Okay, so after snow and ice, it has a touring mode, which is your least aggressive. Suspension is a lot more mellow. It's not near as firm. You're not pulling all 720 horsepower out of the motor. It's just it's kind of a detuned kind of thing. And then it does unlock the full potential of the motor. It makes your shocks a little bit stiffer. Changes a couple other things in the car, nothing that you need to really be too much concerned about. And then of course the last one is track mode, and in track mode you get everything this car has to offer. The suspension is super stiff. It's made to be throwing this thing around in hairpin corners and those kind of things. And then to go along with that, you've got these 2 paddles right here where normally your paddle shift would be, but in this car, since it's a 6-speed automatic, this is your rev matching. So one pull turns it on, one pull turns it off. When you do turn it on, what you do is if you run this car up and then go to shift, it will not let the RPMs die off. It electronically bumps those RPMs back up, puts you where it needs to be to go into the next gear. So it's really cool. Nice feature. Works as well on the downshift.
Yeah, absolutely. And gauges on here, it looks like you've got a selection of some digital analog looking gauges up there as well on the IP.
Yeah, your center gauges across here are all digital. These are analog. And then of course you can scroll through here. It's got all kinds of settings in here. Let's see. Yeah, there's your trip stuff, fuel range, and if you scroll over, there's your tire pressures. Go over here. Now you can go down here. Let's put it in performance and see what we can get out of it. There's your G meter. There is a lateral G meter. Water. Oh, that was look like oil. No, that's water temp. This is oil temp. There's your battery voltage,
Trans fluid.
trans fluid temp. It tells you your tires are normal. And then you've got this, which is you can adjust your rear wheel slippage up to 30%. So right now it's set at 0. Let's see. Oop, if it'll let me do this. Let's see if it'll let me. Where am I? Oh, I haven't played with this in a while. Oop, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I'd have to figure out how to do this again. I can't remember how to do it. Oh well. But it allows you to adjust your rear slippage on there, so that takes you back around to the very start of what you had here. So there's all kinds of neat stuff in here, and you can get in here and play with the whole thing.
So before I've said, the Subie and the Camaro have one thing in common. I've just discovered they have two things in common. One, of course, being the 6-speed manual transmission, but the other being the selectable or dial selectable wheel slip.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's at least two things.
Yeah.
And three. They both have 4 wheels.
There you go.
And
Okay.
speaking of the Subaru, why don't we go over there, because we've
All
got
right.
just hours left to tell people about this Subaru, and for you guys, it's your real last chance to get your entries to win that dynamite Subaru. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Matt says snow and ice for Canadian winners.
Trust me, you do not want to have that car out in the snow at any time for any reason. All you would do is end up ripping the front spoiler off of it. So
Here we go back in front of the Subie, one of 209, as we've been telling you for the last 11 months. It all comes down to tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your chance to enter to win the Subaru Dream giveaway. 209 made, all of them in the United States.
that's right. Well, they were made in Japan, but they were all shipped to the United States.
That's what I meant.
This is car number 153. We had a question about that, I think, this morning when we came in. Yes, we have the paperwork that shows this is car 153. It even says it on the window sticker. So, yeah, I mean,
There we go.
we didn't just
Easy
write 153 on the car. And, yeah.
That's right, number 153. These are very tough to get. Your local Subaru dealer probably didn't get one. Our local dealers didn't get one. We had to go all the way to the great state of Maryland to get this car. I came on down here. It comes with the full remainder of the factory warranty, which is really nice for the winter.
Yep.
And we talked about the suspension yesterday. Today, let's talk about that horsepower a little bit. 341, back in the old days, that would have been a lot.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great motor. This is a what they call a boxer motor. Same motor that came in the Porsches, or not same motor, but same type of motor. Single turbocharge, making 341 horsepower, all-wheel drive with a 6-speed manual. So, man, I'll tell you, this thing, it performs really, really well. And while it doesn't have a lot of low-end grunt, I mean, that's just the way it is. That's not the way the power comes on in this car. Once you get up into about second gear and it starts laying down everything and you're pushing these 4 wheels hard, it will run very, very well.
Yeah, and on this vehicle, you just put some special tires on there, too.
Yeah, this has the new Conti, what are these? The
Extreme Contacts?
Extreme Contacts. And I tell you what, you get virtually no tire roll on these at all. Great ride and great handling.
Neil wants to know what the current value is, and does it throw you back in seat power?
With 341 horsepower, no, it will not throw you back in the seat. There's not enough horsepower there to do that. If you pop the clutch, will it bang your head off the back of the seat? Yeah, it will, but it's not like a high torque muscle car like this 455 HO in this 69 Hurst Olds. This puts you on the back of your seat, can't reach up and grab the dollar bill off the dash kind of horsepower. This does not.
But the seats in here are really designed to hold you and to hold you tight.
Yeah, I mean, this does have the Recaros, they're power Recaros, and they are nice and snug, and they're that way because it really was built as a rally or an autocross car. It's there for going into tight turns, throwing back, left, right, and the seats will hold you very, very well, even with just a standard, 3-point seatbelt.
Excellent stuff. Let me remind you guys, all the action happens at www.dreamgiveaway.com. Go there right now, you'll see how many hours and minutes are left. You said 10 hours and some change?
10 hours and about 50, it's probably 10 hours and about 40 minutes now, give or take, is what's left, I think.
That's right, so you have until 3 a.m. Eastern, that's midnight out on the Pacific Coast, to get your entries to win. You're always a winner when you help out those 8 great charities, and one lucky person in about 2 weeks is going to get the call from Boomer and me telling you that you won this Subaru.
Oh yeah. I love those days. I love making those phone calls. They're so much fun to call these folks and let them know you just want a car or you just want a pair of cars. And I mean, it's life-changing stuff.
That's right. So last reminder, final hours to enter to win this limited edition Subaru S209, made exclusively for the American market, hand-built by Subaru Technica International. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Great. So any other questions before we wrap it up? Why don't you wrap it up, Boomer?
All right. So remember, everybody, go to www.dreamgiveaway.com. Get your tickets for this beautiful S209. Last day, 10 hours left. And of course, go in the gallery. You can see all the other cars. You can look through everything. While you're in there, drop a few tickets on the Hearst Olds or the Subie or the Camaros or whatever. But do it, because if you want to get on the Subaru, you only got 10 hours left. So for Chris and I here in the Dream Giveaway Garage, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.